Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, we gotta talk about the Dallas Mavericks because they're loading up. It's at this point, right? Before, I'm 50-50 on the Dallas Mavericks, and the reason I'm 50-50 on the Dallas Mavericks is because they made the Western Conference Finals, obviously they made the Western Conference Finals. They made the NBA Finals. And part of me believes they should not have gotten that far. Part of me looks at that roster at that time, and I'm like, well, I don't think they should have beaten Minnesota. I'm not the only one who doesn't think they should have beat Minnesota. Like, I've met other people who are like, I kind of can't believe they beat Minnesota. And then in the first round, when they played the Clippers, they beat the Clippers in 6 games, but Kawhi Leonard only played 2 of them. So for me, I'm like, okay, Dallas got better. They added Klay Thompson, they added Najee Marshall, and they made an addition today of Spencer Dinwiddie. And that's enough for me to look at it and go, all right, they're fucking serious. Their offseason has been very good. The PJ Washington trade for them at the trade deadline last year was very, very big. Acquiring Daniel Gafford was very big for them. Luka Doncic, Kyrie played his ass off against the Timberwolves, but I tend to think that series was more bad Timberwolves than it was good Dallas Mavericks. This is just my opinion. I mean, like, I'm entitled to it. Okay, it's a free country. Don't lose your fucking mind. But that's just where I stand on the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like their run was a little bit like the Indiana Pacers, where they kind of got a little bit lucky on their way to the NBA Finals. And that happens pretty much every year. You know, that's not uncommon. But I wasn't sold on the Dallas Mavericks. Like, they're a team that I just simply was not sold on. Memphis is getting back John Morant. So, like, you know, when I made my my rankings video, I was like, okay, like, you know, Memphis is still, like, if Memphis plays defense. John Morant is a 25-8-6 guy. John Morant is the difference between that team going to the playoffs and being a fucking lottery team. But they do have Desmond Bane, who's very good. They have, you know, Jaren Jackson Jr. is very good. G.G. Jackson is very good. They just got Zach Edey in the draft, who I think is going to be very, very good for them. So that's why I was big on Memphis. But Dallas. Okay, Dallas. We have to talk about the Dallas Mavericks because they had another guy they added. Spencer Dinwiddie joined them. Klay Thompson joined them. But there was somebody else. But the thing is, like, this team has gotten better over this offseason. I'm not going to deny that. A lot of people seem to think that, for whatever reason, I don't think they're a good team. I'm not Dante Exum. I don't really know what to think of Dante Exum, but this is a team that Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes was the other guy they added, but I'm not super crazy on Quentin Grimes. It's just the idea this team has gotten better. But today they brought back a guy that I kind of thought they should have never gotten rid of in Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, I understand they got Kyrie Irving out of it, but now they have Kyrie Irving and Spencer Dinwiddie. And Derek Lively was a better rookie for them than I think we all expected. Najee Marshall, I don't know a lot about. I'm just going to say that up front. I don't know a lot about Najee Marshall. I've heard he's a decent 3-and-D guy. I do think getting rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. was a major fucking win for them. I will say that because Tim Hardaway Jr. was fucking abysmal during the playoffs. This is a team, it's like they've got a lot of talent. Now, how it's going to mesh is something that remains yet to be seen. They still have, I'm going to say this name wrong, Olivier Maxine Prosper. Okay, long name. They still have Dwight Powell. They still have Maxi Kleber. They still have Jaden Hardy, who I think is very good. They have a lot of talent. They are arguably a deeper team now. Like, they are a deeper team now than the Memphis Grizzlies. Spencer Dinwiddie, though, is a big fucking deal. Spencer Dinwiddie, I think, is a big deal for them because he was a guy that I was just like, they let Jalen Brunson walk, and then they traded Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie to get Kyrie, and Spencer Dinwiddie was a guy that I was like, I don't know if they should have gotten rid of him for Kyrie. Like, Kyrie's a good player, and he's played phenomenal for the Mavericks, but the idea that they got Spencer Dinwiddie back after that trade, because usually when you trade guys away, they don't come back. The idea that Spencer Dinwiddie came back on a one-year deal, to me, is a huge deal. Only because now you can sit Kyrie and play Spencer Dinwiddie next to Luka, or you can play Kyrie Irving next to Spencer Dinwiddie or Luka. Like, they now have, like, almost the same trio that they did back when they were killing the league with Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie and Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you don't have Brunson. Brunson was a fucking monster when he played for them. Like, that playoff run that they had a year or two ago or a couple years ago now, before the Knicks signed him. That playoff run that Jalen Brunson had really cemented his, like, arrival in the NBA. But Spencer Dinwiddie was a guy that was, like, also, like, a really good number 2 on that team. Dallas plays defense. They've done a lot of nice moves, and now they have Klay Thompson with that as well. I'm like, okay, like, now I'm a little bit more sold on what they're trying to do. Only because I just felt like they really needed another piece. Like, Klay Thompson's good, but Klay Thompson is not what he used to be. Spencer Dinwiddie is an X-factor signing for this Mavericks team, because if Spencer Dinwiddie can come in and be the same player he was, back when he was with Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic, if he can come in and be that same guy, which I think he's going to be, maybe to a little bit lesser of a degree, but if Spencer Dinwiddie can come in and be that fucking guy again, Dallas is top 3. Like, I'm officially putting them in top 3. For me, it's Minnesota, OKC, Dallas, and I have to put Denver or Memphis there at the 4th and 5th spot. Like, Memphis is a team that everybody's sleeping on, and now that they added Spencer Dinwiddie to this, I'm like, I know it sounds stupid, like, oh, Spencer Dinwiddie's fucking ancient. But when he played with Dallas, right, when he had his stint in Dallas with Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson, he was very, very fucking good. Like, he was a guy that I was like, you didn't bring back, you're not bringing back Brunson. You gave up Dorian Finney-Smith, and you're giving up Spencer Dinwiddie to get Kyrie Irving. Now you have Kyrie Irving and Spencer Dinwiddie to play next to Luka Doncic. I'm like, okay. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a sneaky signing. Like, I honestly didn't even know Spencer Dinwiddie was an unrestricted free agent. I was like, because I thought he was just going to play for the fucking Lakers, or he was just going to walk. But the idea that he signed a one-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks, to me, is like, this is very, very interesting. Because if Spencer Dinwiddie comes back for the Mavericks and is the same player that he was, they're going to be a tough out. Like, and for the last, like, month and a half of the regular season last year, the Mavericks were the best defensive team in basketball, which I still think Minnesota has a chance to be the best defensive team in basketball. They were for a very long time last season. But Dallas has put something together now that I look at and I'm like, okay, like, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're, like, I honestly, like, Quentin Grimes, he's a good player, but I'm like, okay, like, Quentin Grimes is not a guy that I'm entirely sold on. You know what I'm saying? But Spencer Dinwiddie, Quentin Grimes is good, don't get me wrong, but Spencer Dinwiddie's been here before. Spencer Dinwiddie has played for Jason Kidd before. Spencer Dinwiddie knows what the fuck is going on in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Spencer Dinwiddie knows what Jason Kidd expects. And now that Spencer Dinwiddie's coming back, he's going to be a great vet for guys like, Derek Lively, Maxime Prosper. He's They still have Jaden Hardy, who Jaden Hardy's very fucking good. Yes, they don't have Josh Green anymore, but still, like, this is a team that I'm like, okay, now I can be for real about them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know fans who don't watch Dallas a lot are going to be like, Spencer Dinwiddie? But, like, people who saw what that team was capable of are going to be like, okay, like, Spencer Dinwiddie's a huge deal. It's like the Pacers getting, like, Lance Stevenson back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a sexy signing, but it's a cultural signing. You know what I'm saying? It's something they're doing for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Of the team itself. You know, it's a team chemistry move. It's a getting players to understand what the fuck is going on here move. You know what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, most of the players do understand what's going on there. But I think adding Spencer Dinwiddie adds a very, very good vet to that team. It adds a guy with veteran experience. It adds a guy who's been there before with Luka Doncic, you know, with Maxi Kleber, with Dwight Powell. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're bringing in a familiar face to a team with a lot of new faces on it. And Daniel, you're going to have a full year of Daniel Gafford, a full year of PJ Washington, a second year of Derek Lively. I like it. I like it a lot. And I know it like, even me saying it, I'm like, this sounds so fucking stupid that, like, Spencer Dinwiddie's the guy that puts Dallas into the top 3 for me. But after what I saw when Spencer Dinwiddie was a Dallas Maverick, okay, I'm like, I can't just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Now, last season he did not play well. Spencer Dinwiddie shot 39% from the field and 33% from 3. But when he played for Dallas, okay, in 2022, 2023, okay, this man was shooting 45% from the field, 40% from 3, averaging 17 points a game, 5 assists, and 82% from the free throw line, okay? This was at 29 years old. We're talking, like, literally a year and a half, 2 years ago, okay? Spencer Dinwiddie is now 31. This happened 2 years ago when he was 29. He also, when he played for Dallas, got 34 minutes a game, and his minutes, ever since he got traded, kind of just gradually went down. When he went to Brooklyn, he didn't play well. He played almost a full season in Brooklyn, between 29 and 30. But Spencer Dinwiddie's a guy that I look at, and I'm like, he didn't play much for the Lakers. He played 28 games and only started for 4 of them. But if he goes back to Dallas, and they just give him an opportunity, I think he has the ability to be very, very good for the Dallas Mavericks. He played 53 games for them in Dallas, started for 53 of those games. He's a 1.7 career turnover guy, so he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. I'm excited for that. I'm actually excited. Because if Spencer Dinwiddie can return to previous, if 31-year-old Spencer Dinwiddie can turn back the clock to 29-year-old Spencer Dinwiddie for the Dallas Mavericks, it's going to be dangerous. I'm just going to let you know it's going to be dangerous. This officially, to me, depending on how this goes, will put them ahead of the Memphis Grizzlies on my standings. This is a sneaky good signing for them, and I think it's a one year prove it deal. But if he can be just even a portion of what he was, for 2 years ago for Dallas, I hate to say it, but like this is a sneaky signing. Like this is a signing that's gonna go under the radar. People are gonna look at and go. Or like people won't even look at it really. Like people are not even gonna know what fucking happened because it's a 1 year deal for a 31-year-old player. It's not like they signed him to some astronomical contract. But okay, mark my words, Spencer Dinwiddie on this Dallas Mavericks team is the difference between them being like a 5th or 6th seed and being a top 3 seed. So very, very sneaky move for Dallas. Very volatile move for Dallas. But I like it. I like it a lot. And they added Klay Thompson, who is better than Tim Hardaway Jr. They got Quentin Grimes. They have Daniel. They traded for Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Dallas got better. I'm still 50-50 on them in the playoffs because I just, even though they're going to be a great regular season team, in the in the playoffs, it's like they're going to get to the second round. Who they play in the second round is really going to determine how far this team goes. But I'm higher on Dallas than I was about a week and a half ago. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.